Ahem. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. That is right, everybody. Today we are joined by, well, I was about to say a guest, but that would be a bit misleading. I guess our new co-host. All right, you know, I think that sometimes it's good to have a co-host, IvyOn. Some of you may recognize her from the server, and yeah, with that being said, I hope you're all doing well. Congratulations, Katie, on being the first person in chat. Hello, Fixie Pixie. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Bella. Hello, Minty. Hello, Union Pacific Rail fan. But yes, we have a new co-host to stream with. But yeah, hope hell yeah. Hello, Chris Lee. Hey, Femi. Hello, Robert the Ghost. Hello, Cheetah Man. Hello, Minty. It's been a while. Yeah, it really has been a while, huh? Who's our friend here? This is IvyOn. Friend of the show.
There it goes.
Who cares? You are first as long as we're here. Well, yeah, I don't really, I wouldn't say that it matters if you're first, but I mean, it's like, you know, it's kind of cool. You know, I always mention who's first just for fun, just for funsies. I gotta go because my friend's brother is abusing her but okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that that's happening. Good luck with that. Fem, you're my dream girl. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Femi? Why, hello, just here for fun. Hello, Batal Crafter. Hello, Kimberly C. Saying, woo, Ivy, let's fucking go. That's my bestie. Hell yeah. Let's go. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna drink some water and then I guess we didn't really prepare this ahead of time. I guess this is just, I can't even speak properly. I guess this is gonna be like a regular ass just chatting stream, but you know, I'm gonna have to like, oh, man, maybe I should have moved my laptop, because then if I look at you, then I'm looking away from the camera. That's really annoying. Well, that sucks. Oh well.
Cam.
Hey, Femyoz the bottom. But yeah, what do we talk about? I guess we talk about whatever chat talks about. I'm playing Minecraft, must be fun. But yeah, just like yap a lot. Don't be afraid to butt in and start yapping.
Don't make me leak the allegations, okay?
The allegations? There's no allegations. I don't know what you're on about, except for the false ones, of course, against me. Or are we talking about? Wait, did you say Femi or
I'm
Florida?
talking about Florida man.
Oh, Florida man? Yeah, those allegations are true. Yeah. Actually. Dude.
You know.
No diaper talk tonight? Well, you probably just jinxed it right there, but hopefully you're correct. Femi is the bottom and always. I am not the bottom, okay? I bet IvyOn's more of a bottom than me.
I mean, look. At least I admit it.
Look. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Look, I admit it, at least.
Yeah, because you're actually a bottom, as opposed to me, the strongest top of all time. You know, that's why. You know, as you can see, I'm actually wearing a maid outfit. The most masculine, domineering outfit of all time.
Wow, that's the most top outfit ever. Wow.
You know, I haven't worn a maid outfit in a while. But yeah, for those of you who aren't aware, half of the donos will go to IvyOn. I'm not. Do I explain the backstory behind why I ended up deciding to have you as a co-host? If you don't want me to,
go ahead.
If that's like too personal.
Go ahead.
All right. So long story short, Ivy lost her job for basically bullshit reasons. You know, it magically just so happened that, you know, she got fired. Well, I guess technically it wasn't fired, but let go of, you know, the nanosecond she comes out as trans. And let's just say that, you know, her parents aren't necessarily the best people to be around. And long story short, she was basically talking in the VC about how, like, fuck, I don't know what to do for a source of income. So I came up with the brilliant suggestion of doing what I do best, which is coming up with terrible ideas, of course, but kind of good ideas, which is, you know, I'll hire you as a co-host on some streams, and you'll make half the money. Because, you know, why not? That'll be the part-time job that you have, I guess. You know, we both have it. It's both of our part-time jobs, I guess. We're gonna have to stream for longer hours in order to maximize income or something. But yeah, I guess it's to help out, but also it's fun, you know. I was like a bit reluctant to say it as an idea because I'm like, well, It'll probably be a no. You know, most people don't like to stream. Most people don't have a good camera presence. But
Well, I'm unique.
Ivy was like, nah, bro, you don't get it. I'm built different, okay? I have a great camera presence. I'm like, well, holy shit, let's go.
I've a couple streams before.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so you got some experience, exactly.
Look, Florida man, I'm not as malnourished now, okay?
Also, when you read chat messages, you're gonna want to read them out loud, like before you respond to them. Yeah, sort of like what I do. Channel your inner Femyoz. So, for instance, when I respond to the jogging tree and his incredible chat message that says, "Show cock," you know, I just read it out loud, of course, and you know, of course, my answer is, "Okay, bet how much money we talking?" But you know, I wouldn't just say, "Okay, bet how much money we talking." You know, we have to read it out loud so everybody knows who I'm responding to, of course.
Look, you donate 100K. I wouldn't want to get a channel banned even 400K. It's not my channel. It was mine.
Well, to be fair, 100K is 100K. You know, I could just invest in a new channel at that point. You know, I could hire an editor with that money. You know, that'd be pretty based.
Of just being like, yeah, guys, it's totally not my channel. I'm just hosting it.
Exactly. One of the many benefits of being a co-host.
Oh, Kimmy, I see you. I'm not gay, but 100K is 100K. Yeah.
Exactly. You get it, dude. I mean, I would even take it to its logical conclusion of, I'm not gay, but like 50 cents is 50 cents, bro. Like, I'm sorry. You know, it's good to have some extra change.
Sound like a friend of mine. I'm not even
hell
kidding.
Yeah. My mom is singing in the shower and I can hear her in the living room. Well, my condolences. You know, either your walls are very thin or your mom is very loud. You know, it's at least one of the two, or both, if it's even worse than that. You know, that'd be the worst case scenario.
Robert the Ghost asked me, Ivy, why are you a Sigma bottom or a lover bottom?
I don't even know what that means. Do you?
I don't know. I wish I could answer that. I wish I had something waiting for that. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I'm on that Sigma grind set. I'm a Sigma. I don't know.
Yo, let's go. You're a Sigma female?
I guess.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gay, but a dime is a dime. I'm not gay, but a penny is a penny. You know, it's very sad that, you know, pennies aren't going to be, worth any monetary value, you know, thanks to, you know, a very, very special, you know, bloated, very, very large, you know, very, you know, McDonald's enthusiast,
Cheeto faced.
Yeah.
Spray tan.
Exactly. I'm not gay, but $0 is $0. Exactly. You get it, Neptune. You get it.
Sigma, man. Oh, great. Can I eat a bowl of cereal this month, please?
No, you will eat the slop, and there's nothing you can do.
Look.
Hell yeah. We got Ivy in here, I know. It's crazy. RFK Jr. is a diffuser? What does that even mean? RFK Jr. is a diffuser. What is he diffusing? Other than my eardrums. Because it's actually physically painful to listen to his voice. Yo, call me ableist all you want, but like,
you shit.
I don't know. Chat, what are your thoughts on RFK Jr.'s voice?
He's a diffuse his fucking brainworms. That's what he needs to do.
That's true. That's true. I'm not gay, but I'd pay someone for it. That's so real. Both of you are bottoms. That's not true. I'm a big, strong top.
Until recently? Are you fucking serious? How?
Wait, what? What was that in response to?
No, like, Slapper, it's... Someone said, I thought RFK was a Democrat till recently. I'm just like...
Well, I don't think he's a Democrat or Republican. I think he's just unhinged, you know? Yeah, I don't think he actually has any, like, real beliefs. I also don't think he's a grifter. I think he's just deranged.
Yeah, the brainworms clearly got to him.
He had a sexy voice who, RFK, yeah, one of the greatest voices of all time. I don't want the slop. It's gotten me sick to the point I'm throwing up stomach acid. Well, yeah, but like, skill issue. You will eat the slop and there's nothing you can do about it. Which one is Transformer? Wouldn't you like to know? You know, it might be at least one of us.
Imagine.
You know? But yeah.
Think about that when you go to sleep. I want you to.
I am your sleep paralysis demon. I'll have you find. Okay? I will be there in your dreams. I will be watching you sleep.
We'll both be there.
Yes.
We'll be there too.
Indeed. Let's go.
Don't worry.
Hell yeah. Ever see the picture of RFK eating a charred dog carcass? I haven't seen that image personally, but it sounds about right. Sounds like something you would do.
What is addicted to Transformers? Yes, that would be me.
And the other wears diapers. That would not be me.
You could tell. Can you tell?
All right. Yes, I can tell. See, but there's actually evidence in favor of you liking Transformers. Now, that's the fundamental distinction there.
There's evidence of you.
No, there's not. No,
Look.
there's no evidence. I don't know what you're on about.
Look, New Year's was an interesting day.
Yeah. That's true.
More than one
Femi
person.
slop my top. That's a crazy comment. That's wild. I'd love to have Femi as my sleep paralysis demon. Let's go. That's what I've always wanted to do. I get to be your sleep paralysis demon.
Yo.
Dude. Actually stole my comment?
No,
Wait, who
Sigma,
did?
man.
Femi is a Decepticon? Sounds about right. Femi, let me eat real food, please. I had it up to here with you. I am stronger than you. You're nothing but a bottom. That's not true. I'm a big, strong toppy top. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah.
I am on that Sigma grind set. I'll have you find. You couldn't be my sleep paralysis demon? Why not? I don't see why that wouldn't, function.
Your hair look fake. Here,
There is evidence of you sitting there in a diaper pee in your pants while you're enjoying it. Well, that's just fake news.
what?
It's the fake news media. They're slandering me. They're slandering me again. Are you from Politics Discord? I mean, I am in that Discord and I occasionally go there. But I don't think I'm known for being from there.
Yes, Neptune, there is a Discord. But it takes... You have to ask Femi first.
Yeah, I mean, I invite people that are active in the chat, basically. There's evidence of you sitting. Well, that's true. There is evidence of me sitting. The rest of what he was saying, there was no evidence of, though. But he probably could make the case that I was sitting in a chair. Does it curve? God. Does what curve? Like, are you talking about, like...
Does this ask her?
Maybe he's talking about my dick or something? Like, he's like, maybe, like, he's, like, thinking about, like... Maybe he has a thing for, like, people that have, like, Count Dooku lightsaber dicks. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know how he's, like, the curved hilt?
God, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe that's what he's referencing.
Maybe.
Oh,
it's can relate. I mean, what?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Anyways, kinda was not gonna lie. Wait, what? I was in the Discord. It was really boring. Oh, you're saying the politics server. No, they're talking. I think they're talking about the politics server.
I thought they were talking shit about your server.
No, I don't own the politics server. Oh my god, dude, my headphones, and nobody can hear this, but my headphones, and these are my backup headphones. I need to get new headphones, and this is just, I guess, the way of reminding me. They make this awful, really loud, obnoxious static noise for like a fraction of a second, and it startles me every time. It fucking rapes my ears.
Is it like a...
No. Way worse than that.
Damn.
It's like an awful static noise. Is that a made outfit? You better believe it is.
Yeah.
You better believe it is.
I have that fit too.
Hell yeah. Let's see. That's it. I quit. I ain't working for child labor. Just so you could be a fake Sigma. Good day, ma'am. Because I'm working for IvyOn. Now she will treat me better than you. You weak bottom female. Goodbye. But I'm not a bottom, though. That's fake news.
I wish.
Are you wearing chastity belt? Great question. Glad to see that, the YouTube
That's
algorithm
why.
is out here sending their best. It's sending its best.
That's a typical YouTube chat.
Yeah. Yeah, the YouTube algorithm always sends its best when it sends people, you pull it off? Why, thank you. And hell yeah, let's go. Yeah, show tits.
Florida. Yeah, I'll do it right now, Florida man.
Yes.
Here.
Exactly.
See how fast a stream can get taken down.
Dude, we gotta speed run that shit.
I know, right?
Can you stream on the gym? I'd rather not do that. I don't know. What about you? Can you stream on the gym, like on top of it?
Well, just like
yes, show bobs,
top,
show pits. Yeah, climb on top of the entire gym. The most cheated weapon in Elden Ring is the blasphemous blade, and people who use it are dog shit at the game. Okay, I don't know anything about Elden Ring, but thank you for your hot take, I guess, or cold take. I have no idea. Maybe it's lukewarm. Stream deleted any percent, no major glitches. Yeah,
I don't even know that either.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't play Elden Ring, but
Shoot me your pros and cons about being trans on the fence. Preach. Well, estrogen, makes you girl. The con is, I mean, there's only one, and I'm if I mention it, it'll probably get the stream demonetized. So basically, chug it. Chug the estrogen. Just do it. It's worth it. Oh yeah,
okay.
but yeah, it could make.
I think I know what
con
you're referring to.
I mean, you might not be able to have kids,
Chris Lee. Thank you, Chris Lee, for the $1.99. Yeah, beautiful fucking bastard saying, I'm here to stay, Femyoz. Why, thank you. I appreciate that.
Good.
Oh, I guess you can't see donations on your end as
Not
they
like you
show
can leave
up.
anyway.
That's true. You're stuck. Why notification but hi? Hello, Randy S. But yeah. All I know about Elden Ring is it's apparently the best game ever, but it makes people miserable while playing it. I see. Anyways.
That's the point.
Also, you're like slightly far from your mic. You're like slightly quiet.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Let me
gotta be high energy.
Just get over if my fucking boom arm here. I'll just move.
Yeah,
closer.
don't worry too much about it. You could also just talk louder. I mean.
Yeah. Oh right. I don't have people aren't here tonight, so I can.
Yeah. Just yap away. Anyways. My BF allows me to say it.
Thanks for the compliment. Thanks.
Yeah. But you gotta read the messages out loud.
Right,
like
my BF allows me to say it. Sorry, I'm used to another way of streaming.
Yeah.
IvyOn is hot. Thanks.
Let's go. Based. Femi, just let me eat real food. You will eat the slop and the dog food, and you will enjoy it, Sigma man. And there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Slop here. What do you expect?
True.
How long have you been here?
Exactly. Anyways.
IvyOn, if you let me eat real food, you're Sigma top. No.
Yeah, let's go.
No, I want you to suffer.
Hell yeah.
Suffer.
Here, wait. Adjust the audio slightly. I think that you were slightly louder than me. Sorry, I was just adjusting the thing. Don't change anything. Hell yeah. But yeah, anyways. The choker looks cute. Why, thank you. Here, wait. Actually, I think right here would be good. Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
I know you.
Do y'all have menstruation? Yeah, incredible question. Glad to know that you're interested in people's menstruation cycles.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
Hey, baby girl, want to tell me about your menstrual cycle? Yeah, dude.
Hey, girl.
That's how you get bitches.
Don't you know? How's your menstrual cycle? Is it like every Tuesday? Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Every Tuesday.
Yeah,
every Tuesday.
Ask women that. See what happens.
Hey, one more day telling you that you're cute. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate that. I very much do. Femyoz, why do you have the bottom tag on yourself in the Femtards channel? If you're, as you say, not a bottom. Well, somebody else gave that to me, and I was just too lazy to remove it. But,
Yeah, that's totally why.
It is.
Sure.
I was playing with a new friend all day, and it turns out she's trans like me. Well, sounds fun. Sounds like good stuff.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Crackheads. Actually, I'm fentanyl maxing. I don't use crack, alright? I only do the best stuff.
Fentanyl's better.
Dude, fentanyl is where it's at, okay? We are George Floyd maxing over here on the Femyoz YouTube channel.
There's a reason they bring so much of it from Mexico, okay?
Exactly. It's the good shit, alright?
It is. It is.
Tell them you produce beet juice for your menstrual cycle, Femyoz. Yeah, dude. It's beet juice mixed with prune juice. Anyways. Femi, stand up. I'm almost done. Incredible comment.
Look, drink beet juice, and then after going to the bathroom, call 911 thinking you have some illness because
Hell yeah. You've been deceived by the evil one? Dude, what if I am the evil one? What if I'm using my manipulation tactics right now?
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
I am evil. Thanks for pointing that out. Whoever said that.
Exactly. Prune juice is disgusting. Boy, does Trumpster Bob have some words for you. Wait, Ivy, do you remember that when we got Trumpster Bob to talk about how much he liked prune juice?
Oh my god.
Were you there for that? Were you there for that?
Know. That
you might not have
familiar, but I might not have been.
To be fair, we've done that more than once.
Yeah, there's so many. That man is a treasure.
Love having two mommies on stream. And you claim you're not a bottom, Kimberly. Okay. Good stuff. By the way, you left me in the basement and forgot to feed me next month. Well, I'm sure you'll be fine. You could go multiple months without eating.
And is weak sauce. I miss that early 2000s Anthrax. Damn. Isn't Anthrax the stuff that, or am I thinking of something else that can burn your skin? Or I might be thinking of something else.
I don't know. Well, the stuff that burns your skin, whatever that might be, is what Trumpster Bob is on. You know, he's got the, I don't know, the fucking, I guess it would be meth scabs. Maybe it's meth. How old are y'all? 22. How old do you guys think we are?
Trax is a thrash metal
We're not the same age.
We're
different ages.
About 3 years.
How old?
Roughly.
Yeah. How old do you think each of us is? All right. But yeah, we'll give a hint, which is that.
Say hi.
Which is that Ivy is 3 years older than me.
Yeah,
by the way,
that's
I'm 22 on midnight tonight. Well, congratulations, Lefty Memes, and happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Fentanyl scabs.
Fent scabs.
16 and 19? No. Anyways. You guys support child predators and laws that enable them. Quit ignoring me, molesters. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Just randomly saying, you molest people with no evidence. That's a really good argument.
Okay, why are so many people that I'm going to assume you follow people on the right. Why are so many people on the right that I'm assuming you follow exposed for being predators? I'm just saying. I don't see as many.
Yeah, why is everyone why are all the weird people that defend Lolicon on Twitter always far right? They're always neo-Nazis. It's always the same fucking people. I'm gonna be so real. I don't think that there's a distinction. Look, I don't know. I think pedocon theory is real.
There's probably more of a pattern with that than what we get accused of. I'm just...
Let's see. 22 is too old. 17 and 20, 24, 27, 23, 21 and 24, 20 and 23, 23, 26. I think one person got it right.
You care how old I am?
Yeah. Yeah, somebody said 20 and 23.
Jesus Christ truly loves me, and I'm sure he really liked his apostles' feet too. He seemed really into that.
That's true. Yeah, Jesus did have a foot fetish after all. Yeah, Skylar, you spoiled it. It was meant to be a question for the people that don't know. You almost ruined the fun. I had to ignore it.
How dare you? We're having a fucking fun.
Yeah, we're having fun here. You ruined it. Conservatives can't say shit when they defend the Catholic Church. Yeah. The right successfully brainwashed everyone to think that the left is pedophilic in spite of everything. It's actually impressive how good at propaganda they are. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have like a few people that have like higher verbal intelligence and then no intelligence anywhere else. And that's how you get far-right political pundits. Is they have slightly above average verbal intelligence and nothing else.
Yeah. You really have to be, well, you have to kind of be, like, you have to have a lack of intelligence to be on the right, I've seen.
Yeah, it does facts.
Like, in general. I think
or lying. For sure, for sure. Let's see.
And he liked to get, Jesus was a foot guy, he liked to get nailed in public. Exactly. See,
true.
You get it.
He was a foot fetishist, a BDSM connoisseur, a masochist. Did I say exhibitionist already?
Yeah, he literally publicly he did it.
Exactly. Exactly. He was the ultimate masochist if you really think about it. Fear God, you idiots! I'm so scared! Ah!
What?
Yo, Ivy, are you terrified right now? You should be terrified.
Oh my god, I am.
Oh my god. I'm so scared. Dude, we're so scared right now.
Save me, Blahosh.
Save me now. But yeah. Yeah, Jesus did get publicly nailed. It's crazy stuff.
Exactly.
I'm low IQ so I could ignore the horrors of this world. That's so real. That's so real.
I wish, unironically. Lefty, I'm not
Ew,
reading
femboy
that
socks on hand. Ew, no bad. No L trans riz, no men. Surprised emoji, airplane emoji, tower emoji, tower emoji. Yo, that's crazy. This person is going through their own internal 9/11, it seems. I think that's what they're trying to express. You're truly a work of art.
Yeah, wow.
I thought that was it's just like a riveting message. I had to respond to that one.
It's art.
Yes,
Purely.
Yes, truly a work of art.
Good writing.
Exactly. Thou shall bust. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Bust.
Hell yeah, dude. When Jesus was crucified, it was because he made a bet with the Romans that he can no hands come. Yeah, sounds about right. Rage baits cutely. I'm not cute. I'm like tough and edgy and cool.
I mean,
yeah.
Clinical Cooner study. I participate. Okay, Lefty. Yeah, I know about that from the Discord. I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay.
Damn.
I'm glad you got that $30. Okay, just.
No, you're cute. No, I'm not. I'm like tough and intimidating and stuff. But yeah, chat, for anyone who's wondering, any and all donations on this stream are split between me and Ivy, who's the co-host for this stream. And yeah.
I greatly appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
So edgy.
But yeah, if you want to donate, you get either super chat, which is the easier way, though I will say YouTube does take 30%, or alternatively, you could use the Streamlabs link in the pin message, streamlabs.com/Femyoz. I get all the money that way, and then, both the two of us will get more money as a result of that. It's fairly easy to remember. If you're on mobile and can't click it, you can either just manually type it out, streamlabs.com/Femyoz. Again, fairly easy to remember. Or alternatively, you could click on my channel. The first link in the About section is my Streamlabs link, streamlabs.com/Femyoz. 30% YouTube is greedy, wow. Yeah, and the worst part is they don't tell the viewers. They don't tell you guys where your money goes. It's fucked.
Another thing, if I can add to
Neil
that,
is fucking greedy. Also, my cat's trying to leave. Give me a sec. You just keep yapping.
Yeah, through Streamlabs, you can get me, and I already spoiled it, but you can get Femi to do certain actions that are
Oh
listed
yeah,
there
they're
for a
in the
price.
yeah they're in the description. Well, to be
Yeah,
fair, you can do it
and
through super chat. Like you get the same stuff out of it,
yeah,
but ideally, well, I will say that the well, Streamlabs does allow you to type longer messages. I think.
but I'm bringing
Yeah,
that up because I'm saying if you want me to do that stuff, I'm willing to as well.
yeah. Anyways, I would love to have you. Is that so?
I
Um,
don't have a choker. Forgot about that one.
Actually, the original Bible says nothing against homosexuality. It only speaks about against sodomy during adulteration. That's it. Christians always create their own narrative. Yeah, it's almost like they have an agenda to push or something. It's crazy. Who would have guessed? What's the thing above your head, Femyoz?
I'm not doing
You
it
mean
for
my
free.
headphones?
Firing, sorry.
What do you mean? What's the thing above my head? My hair? My headphones? The fuck you on about? Thing above
Stuff
your
on
head.
dresser? I don't know. I just think afraid of the Christian
no idea.
psyop. I don't know what you're talking about, Kimmy.
Let's see.
Is that
What
is this
up? Yo, what up? How it going?
yo, what's up? What's
Yo,
up?
what's good? Let's see.
Uh,
Talking about the co-host? Oh, if they were, then I didn't pick up on that. I don't think so. Oh, they are.
let's see.
That's a fucking weird ass comment.
Yo.
Like they think that they've watched enough Femyoz content that they're good at rage baiting.
Rage baiting? Yeah, good luck with that.
I mean, yeah,
You
it
have
probably
no
would work. I
idea.
don't know. To be fair, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of shit might like work on somebody else. But it's just
Yeah,
like
Not
I
us.
see that and I'm like mildly disappointed. There are way funnier ways to rage bait. You know? Like I know because I'm a professional rage baiter. Gotta be more creative than that.
Craving white wine? What the fuck is wrong with me? I see nothing wrong with wanting, and it's why is the only alcohol I can tolerate? I see nothing.
Insults
wrong.
cutely.
If you want, do it.
They're both women, that's true. I don't rage bait yet get accused of it sometimes. Yeah, there have been times where I haven't been rage baiting where I was accused of it. But it's probably because I have a reputation for being somebody that rage baits. Femyoz, do you have any piercings? No, I do not. Do you, Ivy? Do you have any piercings?
I don't. I'm too scared to get them.
Yeah, I would be terrified.
No.
I would be
Yeah.
terrified of getting one. Because, like, I mean, it'd look cool, but then, like, isn't it, like, a lot of effort? And, like, you have to be careful to, like, not, like, get an infection or anything. And, like, I feel like it would hurt.
You have to
It's
wear
not
'em
worth it.
long enough so they don't close too, as well. And yeah, you can't get an infection.
Yeah.
Peace.
Let's see. Piercings are overrated. I don't know if that's true. My parents are Jehovah's Witnesses, and I'm bi. I needed to be saved before I
Fire
cutely get
piercing.
smacked by a Bible. Yeah, fair.
Bush did 9/11. Yes, he did.
This is true. I was there. I witnessed it. I was
Yeah.
-3 years
Fun
old.
fact. I was there too. It's like
Exactly.
-1.
Exactly. Anyways.
Nothing. Yeah, man.
Let me out of your basement, please, Femi. I don't know.
No, you can't. She's not laying you out, and I'll make sure she doesn't.
Yeah,
You are staying there.
that's true.
We can't let you out. You know too much.
Exactly. They don't all say the same thing. There's various versions. Just suspect in itself. Oh, you're talking about the Bible. Yeah, fair.
Versions.
No spamming. That's true.
Yo, all my Bible lovers, have you read the sequel to the Bible called The Book of Mormon?
Dude,
Just
they made a
wondering.
fucking sequel.
I
thought you were just gonna make some. I thought you were gonna just like
It's
make some shit
more
up.
unhinged. It wasn't as good as the other one. There's my dog trying to annoy me.
Oh,
You can't. Yeah,
Sequel?
sorry. My dog.
dude, is it like a Star Wars type sequel where it's like you know, you've got the Old Testament, which is like the original trilogy, and you've got the New Testament, which is like the prequels, and then you've got the whatchamacallit, you got Mormonism, which is like the Disney sequel trilogy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You like got it exactly how I would describe it.
Yeah. Insults whole family
Jesus
cutely.
Had armor? Did.
Yeah, he kind of did.
He
He
really
kind of did. Prequel trilogy sucked. Okay, that's cap. Prequels are underrated as fuck. You probably just watched like Red Letter Media say that it's bad. Oh, wow, it sounds like they know what they're talking about, even though they have no fucking clue.
What's it called? Indoctrination.
Yeah, you've been indoctrinated into being a prequel hater. When the Star Wars prequels are absurdly good.
I'll back her up on that one. The prequels are not that bad.
I've read the sequel called The Little Engine That Could. Mind-blowing ending. Yo, let's go.
Okay.
Prequel fam? Hell yeah. Star Wars 1 through 3 is so terrible. That is cap. No, bro, especially Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Sith is literally the best Star Wars movie. Fucking fight me, bro.
No, I do agree with that.
I put it over Empire.
I agree that because you're saying that. Yeah, no, I agree with that too. I'd rather watch that than Empire. Yeah.
Like, Empire is good, don't get me wrong, but like, Revenge of the Sith is just the best.
It's peak. Yes, it's peak.
Star Wars prequels were great, they are crazy. Yeah, it's like, and keep in mind that like, they were like pushing the limits of filmmaking and shit. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Kathy, Spivey? I hope I pronounced that correctly for the 99 cents. Femyoz, Star Wars is mid. No, that's just not true.
That is just, no, guys.
Unless you're talking about Disney shit. Because, yeah, Disney Star Wars is worse than mid. Like, Disney Star Wars is terrible.
Michael says, you voice me Christ. Yes, that is exactly true. Look, you are exactly right. My real name is actually Herbert Horsecock. That's my dead name. I'm going to go back to it. True. You're right. That's it. You've convinced me. That's it. That one comment.
Dude. Fuck, I was gonna respond to a message.
No, you're good.
I enjoyed the Red Letter Media blanket reviews, but the prequels were great in spite of their takes. Yeah. No, I would tend to agree. Yeah. Attack of the Clones has the best action scenes in any Star Wars movie. That's how hour and a half alone makes the movie. I think that the Revenge of the Sith has better action scenes, but Attack of the Clones is good too. Force Awakens is better than the prequels. Now that's a shit take. That was one of the things that I was gonna critique. Force Awakens, it was like overrated as shit. It was never original. Yeah. They didn't even have a plan going into the trilogy. It's just like, but like, what if we made the Death Star, but like bigger? What if we made like a larger version of it? And then in fucking Rise of Skywalker, they were like, but like, get this, what if we did the same thing, but like, it's like 1 million of them, and like, there's like a bunch of Star Destroyers that can blow up planets. Whoa, the stakes have been raised! Whoa!
Ever.
No, you don't understand, okay? The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities, some considered to be unnatural.
Yeah, sure.
The Phantom Menace needed 3 more hours of trade disputes. I'm sorry, but the trade disputes were relevant to the plot. They were relevant to the plot, and they're not boring if you actually pay attention to what's going on. Like, they're necessary to the story.
5 minutes total of the entire movie? Like, what do you mean?
Dude, I love how we're arguing about Star Wars, and then the jogging tree has, you know, the incredible take of Fem, sit on my face. Palpatine returning was part of the book's IRC. Yeah, but it was better executed than that, I'm pretty sure. And
yeah, I haven't read the book from what I heard.
Also, I'm pretty sure that, like, what would that have been? Would that have been in Dark Empire? Pretty sure that was created before the prequels was made. Right? So I'm pretty sure it was decanonized after the prequels were released. Right? Because it wasn't compatible with the prequels.
What you're talking about. It was. Exactly. made it part of Legends, aka it's not canon.
Yeah, I think that whatever George Lucas made is canon, and everything else is fan fiction. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Your
Like,
thoughts?
there's some good fan fiction out there. Don't get me wrong. I thought
Yeah.
Rogue One was good. It's still fan fiction, but it's good.
Yeah. No, the
Um,
Darth Vader scene from that went hard.
George Lucas is a visionary that explained possibly every issue with modern society with the prequels. Unironically true. Unironically true.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is true.
People are like, the politics are boring. It's like, no, they're fucking genius. You don't understand. You think they're boring because you're too dumb to fucking pay attention to the movie
You just don't get
and
it.
actually see how a fascist rises to power.
Don't get it. Consider Rogue One to
I
be
consider
canon.
Rogue One to be canon. Rogue One is headcanon for me. It's headcanon. But I would say that
That's fine.
in order for something to be true to the the story made by George Lucas, in order for it to be Star Wars, which is George Lucas's story, it's got to be something that, George Lucas
I consider Fortnite
did, or
it is. I don't even know what that means.
Rogue One is the only quality new Star Wars movie. Unironically true. I think I watched Andor a while ago, and I thought that it was a good watch. I liked that it was more
Oh, I
dark
haven't.
and like, I don't
Ooh,
know, it was
okay.
like more like it wasn't as focused on like, I don't know, like the Force or anything like that. It was more like it was more about like kind of the average person and like how they, are trying to escape from the Empire essentially, but it's like they end up, realizing after a while like, no, like these people aren't gonna fucking like leave anybody alone. Like you can't just escape, you can't just run away. It's like,
Ooh,
you can. So, and that's like ultimately
good
what
premise.
caused him to become radicalized against the Empire, right?
Yo, that's actually that's a good premise. Dang.
It's really fucking good. It's really fucking good in terms of like the ideas behind it. I like Anakin's show. I don't think there was an Anakin show. I don't know what you're on about.
Oh,
Rogue One was the only
yeah,
quality
no.
film. There's an Anakin show. Is this new? Or are you talking about the Ahsoka show, which had Anakin in it?
Oh.
I didn't watch the Ahsoka show because everyone said it's boring. And, at this point, when people shit on Disney Star Wars, I'm inclined to believe them and not give it a chance.
Yeah, you're spent.
Because in the past, I have given it a chance. I was like, well, maybe it won't be so bad.
Best
Yes,
that come
Anakin
out,
show
those movies make
exists.
me-
Wait, since when? There's
When?
like a
What do you mean?
Anakin
Look it
show?
up. Now you're making me look it up.
Yeah, I mean,
If my phone will cooperate. And my dog wants pets.
because usually when people talk about like what Star Wars shows are good, like they'll usually refer to the Clone Wars, and then they'll like say like, oh yeah, like half of Star
Oh,
Wars
no.
Rebels, and then season 1 of Mandalorian.
No,
No
there isn't.
Obi-Wan. Oh,
Yeah,
they were
there
talking
isn't.
about the Obi-Wan show.
Obi-Wan. Yeah, I haven't seen that because I heard it's bad.
It was, I mean, it was I think it was
Okay.
worth it just to see Ewan McGregor
Yeah.
and Hayden Christensen.
I don't know. Maybe I was just hearing from the racist people.
It wasn't good. Okay, people were like way too fucking schizophrenic. Like
Yeah.
people were like really angry about Reva.
Yeah.
And like,
it
I'm gonna be so real, like I just don't
Loki's
give a
were.
fuck.
Yeah.
It's good, watch it. I don't know if I'd say it was good. Like it wasn't terrible. It was, I think that Ewan McGregor's acting carried, low key. I think that there are some issues that I have with the show. Like, okay, like I was like pretty mad about Obi-Wan cutting himself off from the Force initially. Like, no, you're supposed to become more powerful so that you can train Luke. And like, you know how like in Revenge of the Sith, like it's literally established that like he needs to like train in order to be able to commune with Qui-Gon as a Force ghost in order to learn how to become a Force ghost. It's like, yo, do you think that like, I don't know, maybe Obi-Wan would take that into account? Like that's what he agreed to. That's within his character. It is not within his character to cut himself off from the Force.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense. What? But they did that? Okay.
The other show I have is
fix Star Wars.
is I think that like the main, I guess like the main events that like caused the plot to exist are very contrived, right? I guess it's like, I mean, this is all shit from, I think it would be episode 1, so I think it's fair if I spoil it.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, okay, so like fucking Princess Leia gets kidnapped or whatever, and then Bail Organa specifically has Obi-Wan. Okay, well why don't you like get a fucking bounty hunter first of all? Like why Obi-Wan? Like his job is to protect Luke, right? Like surely you would have to exhaust all your options and then like find that doesn't work, or like maybe have it so that like, I don't know, he hires a bunch of like really good bounty hunters, but they end up with like, I don't know, their heads, like they get beheaded or something, and then their heads end up being received in the mail or something at Bail Organa's house or some shit like that. It's like, oh fuck, I need like a fucking Jedi. That's the only person that can do this. Something like that. The other issue is, in A New Hope, when Princess Leia like sends the message to Obi-Wan Kenobi or whatever, right? Like she references Obi-Wan Kenobi as somebody that you know, helped her father in the Clone Wars, right? Yeah, surely she would also want to mention like, oh yeah, and also the time that you helped me when, you know, the people were kidnapping me, and then like you showed me that you were like a Jedi and stuff, and then you like saved my life. Like surely you would mention that in A New Hope, right? But yeah, no, there's some plot contrivances that definitely bother me. Awesome live stream, let's go.
Some live stream, thank you.
Look, I do think that once you get past that, a lot of the show is good. Unironic, like there's like a lot of good stuff in there. Like there was one scene where there was like a guy that was like they were on this one planet, and there was just like this alien guy that was like they weren't like evil or anything, but like they were pro-Empire. Like it was somebody that bought into like Imperial propaganda, right? And they were saying that they just you know, thought that they're like, you know, it's actually good to have like a little bit of order in the galaxy. I thought that was interesting to see. Like, okay, like they have to like sort of, you know, get on the transport with this guy and make small talk with this guy who has like the opposite ideology of them, right? And I thought that was like interesting because it's like, yeah, there are going to be regular people that are brainwashed into believing that type of shit in a society like that, right? There's some really good stuff like that that I wish they went more into depth with. I don't like that Obi-Wan used him as like a human meat shield though. That was
great.
Not very Obi-Wan-esque of him. But yeah.
More things. Just, oh, lovely.
Anyways, enough autistic Star Wars talk. You know, we're gonna lose all 5 of our concurrents that are still watching.
Yeah.
Only Siths deal with black and white. No, you're wrong. The quote is, only Siths deal in absolutes. I will do what I must.
He remembered that.
Now that's the quote. Oh, very important to remember that, of course. Also, double tap to smash like, everybody. I definitely dozed off. Yeah.
Smash that fucking like button now.
Now! You better smash it right now. Or else I'm gonna be very angry. Yeah, smash it right now. Or there will be severe consequence. That's right. Already did? Well, you need to smash it more.
Make an all account and smash it again.
Did the writers come up with some crazy lore reason why Mace Windu has a purple lightsaber? I know the IRL reason was just Samuel L. Jackson insisting it's a purple one because it goes hard. Yeah, and because he wanted to be able to see himself in the battlefield on Geonosis. I think that was like the main reason. But the in-canon reason is because it's basically a very rare, like purple kyber crystals are very rare, and it's also going to be the case that like Mace Windu's lightsaber style and whatnot is Vapad, which sort of finds like it uses both aspects of the light side and the dark side. It like uses it sort of uses certain elements of the dark side without succumbing to it, if that makes sense.
Huh.
I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know that stuff.
Only Siths deal in absolutes is an absolute statement. Obi-Wan is a Sith. Dude, I remember that fucking meme. I think I saw that in a YouTube poop. I'm like, huh, that's a good point, unironically. Y'all are so cute, why thank you. I hate how they feel they need to explain everything it detracts from Star Wars. No, I disagree. I think that they need world building. World building
I
is
think it
good.
adds to it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, I think
Yeah.
that, like, one of the reason that The Force Awakens sucks is because it has no world building. Like, oh, okay, I guess the New Republic exists, but actually, we're gonna blow them up. And also, we have this, we have this thing called the Resistance, which should just be like what the resistance of what the First Order. Well, wouldn't the First Order be deemed as like a terrorist organization by the New Republic? Like, wouldn't you just like, I don't know, call it the fucking military or some shit? Why the Resistance? Well, it's like, oh, well, because obviously you need the Empire versus Rebels dynamic again, but reskinned and with like better special effects, without any regard for actual continuity of the story.
There we go.
In small doses it does, but they go overboard. No, it is the literal opposite. They did no world building in Force Awakens. It's actually horrid.
Yeah.
Also, if it's the case, most of the things that are like explained in detail are done so in like comics and novels, where it's like you have to go out of your way to read that. You know what I mean? Are you too LGBT? No, we would never be gay.
No.
Anyways. Only good movie in that set of movies is Last Jedi. Last Jedi is mid.
That's Jedi. Okay.
I would say that it's okay. In retrospect, I'd say it's the strongest of the sequels, just because it's like, yeah, because it's at least it's like trying to tell a story. It just does it badly. The reason that The Last Jedi was so frustrating is because there were so many points where it was like almost something really good, but it just wasn't fleshed out. And there were just like definite like issues that I had. Like I hated the way that they portrayed Luke Skywalker, right? But I think that there could have been a way to like portray him as like somebody that's like given up, right? But obviously having him try to kill his own nephew because he senses the darkness or whatever the fuck is stupid. That's not within his character. There would have to be something established prior to that that would give him a reason to completely change as a character. Also, thank you, Alter Ego, for the $2, you beautiful fucking bastard.
Hey! Free Diddy.
It's a bad movie, but at least it tries some things, even if it falls flat on its face. Yeah. And obviously, like, the Force Awakens is just a rehash of A New Hope. There's no real fucking story that they're trying to tell. It's just nostalgia bait. And then you have, fucking whatchamacallit. You've got, Rise of Skywalker, which, you know, it was a shit show. It was entertaining. I can't lie. I enjoyed watching it, mainly because I really hated Last Jedi. Like, I don't know. Like, it sort of, retconned a lot of it, and that's all I wanted. Also, thank you, Randy S, for the $5. You beautiful fucking bastard. Saying, why did the movies come out 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3? Because in charge of release scheduling, Yoda was. Yo, that's kind of a banger joke. That's kind of a banger joke. I still love those newest Star Wars movies. Yeah, I'm not trying to take it away from you. Yeah, but I'd say in terms of like their objective quality, they're like dog shit. You know what I mean?
So I readjust myself.
There
we go. Hey, Berber.
Anyways,
How you doing?
The Last Jedi is like watching someone attempt a crazy stunt on a skateboard and falling on their face. JJ's films are like watching someone chicken out and not ride the skateboard. Yeah, you're kind of right. You're kind of right, low key.
Yeah, that's only a play. Yeah.
Like at a first glance, The Last Jedi would seem more egregiously bad. Like, holy shit, they fell on their face on the skateboard. But then you look back, it's like, well, at least the dude fucking tried to do something cool. At least they were trying to be cool. Yeah, the other guy didn't even fucking try. He didn't even give a shit. Hey, yo, hello, the Berber. I see you like that freaky shit. Me too. Dude, I love how that's like in response to us talking about how the Star Wars sequels are bad.
Wow.
Also, I guess I'll do a Skirt Go Spinny for the 5. Keep yapping. Alright, I gotta give the dope.
Yeah.
I gotta make it.
Okay, of course the first message I read is that. Males discussing movies night. Yeah, sure. Sure, buddy. How the hell doesn't the Mando suffocate under the helmet in the heat? I mean, to be fair, but You could
Maybe it has
ask
like a
Boba
built-in
Fett the
ventilation
same thing.
system.
Yeah, and that too. Like,
You know?
it's in the future, who cares? Or well, whatever.
Can I tell you a joke? Probably. Air
Do it.
conditioned like a fursuit? Exactly. Trump will fix
fix
Star Wars.
Star Wars, sure.
Dude, he's gonna remove the woke ideology from Star Wars.
Yeah, he'll remove
Yeah,
the
dude, that's
DEI
definitely the
from it.
problem with it. It couldn't be that it's like, you know, that it has
He
bad
kept
storytelling. Or that, like, the stories are internally consistent and contradict other material in the Star Wars universe. No. The problem is that there's too much wokeness and DEI and transgender people.
Okay.
Laughs and apoliticism. Dude,
Hold my tongue on that.
I'm gonna be real, dude, that was me for a while.
Yeah.
And then I came out as trans, and, well, to be fair, I became political before I came out as trans, but now that I'm trans, I literally have no choice. Like, I'm forced to be political. Like, I am politicized for existing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
You know,
not.
it
yeah,
would
I
be
know
nice
exactly
to
what
not
you're
have to
talking
ever
about,
think
yeah.
about politics
I
again.
wish-
I would kill to have the fucking privilege of being apolitical.
Oh,
Like, I just get to go online and just say
real.
the funny things. I get to say the funny
Yeah.
jokes on the internet.
Say stuff like cock and ball torture. I don't know.
Exactly. We need to talk about, yeah, dude, I wanna have an in-depth discussion about the ethics of cock and ball torture.
Oh my
Hey, yo, is
God.
that Ivy? You better believe it is.
It is.
Y'all midichlorian count is too low? No, dude.
Uh,
I have the highest midichlorian count.
The transgender agenda. Trans person buying eggs at the grocery store and being polite to the cashier. I know. We're so fucking evil for that.
That's true.
It's insane.
That's true.
How dare us? How dare we buy eggs and appreciate the
Exactly.
cashier?
Exactly. It's fucked up.
That's in the real.
But yeah, no, I agree, dude. It's really fucked up that we're, like, buying all the eggs. Also, hello, Native Virgo. Good to see you again. Yes, be yourself? Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Human kindness is evil. Exactly.
Wahaj gang.
Let's go. Can I tell you something?
Uh,
I don't know. Can you?
Show you're live on your channel.
Who
I'm not
knows?
streaming on my channel right now.
Hey, thank you,
Very
Tau
good.
Crafter, for the $10. You beautiful fucking bastard. Feel free to request donor rewards.
You can't buy eggs. That's slavery.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But yes, thank you for the... Dude, I need to remove the delay, because I'll read the dono. Like, I'll see it, and then I'll read it. And then it's like 10 seconds later, it'll make the little noise.
Yeah, I'm a bit delayed because I have to watch a stream from YouTube.
Also, thank you, cassettes are cool for the $1, you beautiful fucking bastard. But yeah. I'm a victim of the trans agenda. Got 2 trans GFs now, SMH. Real.
That's
It's so
based.
real.
That's so based.
Hell yeah.
You should have 4.
Hey, thank you for the additional $1. Cassettes are cool. Very based,
Hey,
very based.
shit.
Or is that the same?
Or
Wait, is that the same dono?
wait, it might be.
Oh, never mind. Wait, that's weird. It was... Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, it's the same dono. I saw the same dono
Okay,
twice.
leave that on
I think.
stream.
Or am I insane?
Fight.
Okay, anyways.
If I tell
Woke up
you
super tired
don't
today,
call
insomnia
911,
maxing.
then don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Yo. Cute Blahaj? Hell yeah. It's the same dono? Okay, I was having a schizophrenia moment. My apologies, chat.
I saw it go off a second time though, so maybe we're both schizo.
Hell yeah.
Yo.
But yeah.
Hey,
Anyways.
schizophrenics.
Yo, W? Schizophrenia? Let's go.
The voices in my head. Yeah.
I always listen to the voices inside of my head.
Yeah,
Those are like
exactly.
my favorite. You know?
Yeah, they keep me company.
Exactly. Okay.
I
I leaked someone's IP address.
the address.
Okay.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Good,
Great. Incredible.
good
Thank you for sharing.
I'm calling the cops right now.
I'm gonna call the police on you.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm gonna do it.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell your mom. You know.
Letty from Fish. Looks like Letty from Fish Tank. I don't remember who that is.
Yo, that's crazy. I don't know
don't
who that is
remember.
either. I'm gonna be so real. I have no
watched it
clue.
too. Yo,
Dude.
I think she. I
It's
think
the
I know who
bottom
you're talking
energy for me.
about, and if it is, I accept the compliment. If it is who I'm
Yeah.
thinking,
I
watch it.
Yeah, I have no idea. You don't know
Yeah.
my mom?
Let's-
I mean, you can ask her all about what we did in the bedroom last night. You know, people say that
yeah.
people say I'm not a real woman, but they fail to recognize that I made their mom a real woman last night. You know.
Yo, based
Hell yeah.
lesbian
Just
moment.
Yeah. Just scroll down here. What's this channel
Thanks.
about? We do all sorts of
I just
stuff.
want to say you look cute, not gonna lie. Thanks, Lobby. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah. You do, by the way.
Thanks. Hey, can you
At
put me
Femyoz, same.
to
Let's
tw-
go.
Femyoz?
How the hell did I get it here?
I don't know. How
the,
did you
the
get
YouTube
here?
algorithm? The YouTube algorithm works in mysterious ways.
Mysterious ways. God damn it, we saw the same thing.
Hell yeah. It's a bottom channel. It is not a bottom channel.
Well, I am, but one of us admits
Oh, you
it.
admit to being a bottom? I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. You should.
I
you
think
should
I got
learn.
here because I'm trans too. Yo, welcome. Let's go. Feel free to
Hey!
subscribe. All right.
Yes.
We do all sorts of
Welcome to
incredible
the-
stuff. We do stuff like this where we talk to chat. I like to, you know, talk
Your
about
life.
YouTube commentary drama swap, of course. I like to make fun
Live
of weird right-wingers. I like to talk about politics sometimes. I like to
Wait.
talk about other random shit. I like to yap, essentially. But yeah, feel free to, you know, check out the content. Most of
Yeah,
us did lol.
please,
Yeah.
Watch it all. Binge
Not
it,
the
binge
bottoms
it.
outing themselves. You know, I personally would never do that because I'm a top.
Yeah, live your life in private. Don't spread your shit to children in the internet. First of all, it's on the internet. Get your grammar right. Second of
It's
all,
true.
bro.
No, but you should stay in the closet.
Children,
Because, like,
this is
what if
the
somebody
thing.
sees that a trans person exists and then immediately wants to transition? You know, the
Yeah,
same way that as soon as a
that's how it
trans
works.
person sees a cis person, they want to detransition. Dude,
Exactly.
watch
Yeah,
out, I might see a cis person
you and
and
I are just,
instantly
like,
want to detransition.
spraying like aura around us that is just converting people.
That's
just
true.
from sight.
That's true. That's
Give me a
true.
break.
Like, if it's the case that seeing a trans person would make somebody else trans, then surely me seeing a cis person would make me cis.
Femi
And why
is
hasn't
rock
that happened?
bottom. Is that true? The Berber says Femi is rock bottom. Is this true? Address the allegation.
No, I am not I'm a top. Okay.
Okay.
Help
sure.
Femyoz, my friend, confessed his love for me, and I don't know what to do. Well, do you like him back? If so, then,
Yeah.
tell them that you like him back. If you don't like him back, just be like, sorry, but, like, we could remain
yeah.
friends, though.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Femyoz and fentanyl are Femyoz both. I'm fentanyl maxing, actually.
Conservatives be like, can you not exist, please? Exactly. Real.
Can you stop existing?
That's what it is.
This is violating my rights as a red-blooded patriotic American?
Stop existing. You make me want to possibly transition too. Maybe. Did I just say that? Yeah.
Oh no.
That's what they actually think.
True. Fentanyl is an artist. That's true.
Fentanyl. Hell yeah.
At first I thought you said fentanyl. That's because my eyesight is not the best. It should be better.
Both are based.
But that's true. Love the hair, Femyoz? Hell yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I hate my existence being up for debate. Yeah, it's like a weird thing. Like,
yeah.
I
do it anyway.
Do you deserve basic human rights and access to necessary medical care? I don't know. You know, we better debate this one in the free marketplace of ideas.
Trans
Like,
women
okay.
are the women of women. Like, look, they're.
I feel like it was easier to debate like before I was like out as trans. Like when I was just like a femboy, I feel like it was like easier to debate.
Getting work done for me was easier, but
I think yeah, it was easier to debate because like I don't know, people wouldn't target me for being trans, and if they did, I could just be like, well, no, dude, my bio says he him. I don't know what you're on about.
yeah.
Actually, I don't think it said he him. To be fair, I think I used any and all. I just didn't. I claimed to not give a shit.
Hate my existence.
Which I mean, for the most part, I don't, but I do have like a preference.
Get help. If you hate your existence, get help.
I hate my existence too. If I was a queer on Medicare,
Yeah, that's what he's reading. On Medicare.
Dude.
I'm not even on Medicare.
God,
or
me
on
neither.
Medicare. What's wrong with Medicare?
Yeah, dude. What did Medicare do to you, man? Why do you hate Medicare so much?
What's wrong with Medicare?
Poor people, am I right?
I hate
just buy a house, bro. Just buy more stuff and you'll be happier.
Buy a house. Remember that?
Just work hard and buy a house and you will be happy.
Okay.
Anyways.
I'll remain as the shadow in the corner of cyberbullies' rooms. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I might be too autistic for the.
You will be treated in any other. Getting work done isn't necessary medical care. That's plastic surgery. Well, HRT is absolutely necessary, you know, for people's mental health, right? Did you know that like people benefit from having medicine? For like, they're like, what about antidepressants? Do you think that antidepressants are necessary medical care?
Okay.
What do you think that people that have like innate predispositions?
Life-saving medication.
That's true. That's true.
If you stop taking the medication that is saving
go cold turkey right now.
I will stop too.
Yeah. Stop taking all your meds. All right, those are gonna give you autism and stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, y'all took my comment too well. To be honest, I'm fucking with y'all. I'll soon. It'll soon, cause that response.
Yeah.
Fair. I always find it interesting. To be fair, I do occasionally see comments like that where it's like someone will be like, "Yo, I bet I could make these people really angry." And if it was somebody else's stream, it'd probably work potentially. I don't know. What? People are usually more sensitive than me, but and then I'll just like, I don't know, nonchalantly respond.
We're good.
I'll be like, "Oh, that's not what I was expecting." I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude. Let's go."
No.
Life-saving. You could have just done drag. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't want my face structure to masculinize. Why though? Like, why shouldn't I have estrogen in my system?
Oh wow.
What's your argument against it?
I should just let my hair keep receding.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'd rather kill myself than experience twink death.
Real. Same.
Like Sam Stitz. I don't know what you look like, but you're probably either going to experience twink death or you're already experiencing it. But yeah.
I wish I had estrogen in your system.
Not all soon. I meant dono. Give me a sec. I was a little bit confused by that. Hell yeah, let's go. Transitioning and drag are completely unrelated things.
They are.
No, but you don't understand. That's like when the guy puts on the wig and stuff. That's like what being trans is.
Start that. There we go.
Twink death was my biggest fear before I came out. Same.
Yeah. Oh, it was for me too. That and my hair receding. Which is coming
Serious
back.
question. Are y'all cool with kids transitioning? I mean, if the doctors approve and the parents approve and the child asks for it.
If they go through
then like, of course. Yeah, like,
of course. Like,
same thing goes for any other medical care. How long does it take for facial changes with HRT? I've been on it for like 5 months so far. I guess it depends on who you are and how much HRT you're on. I started noticing, I think like maybe like 6 months in, I like noticed by like looking at what I looked like and like seeing like an older photo of me. And I'm like, I do look a little bit more feminine.
It was like,
and like a year into it, it's like pretty fucking obvious, I think, that I'm more feminine. And like now I'm almost 2 years into it and it's like, you can see what I look like now and you can see what I used to look like. Though I will say doing my eyebrows helped massively.
Yeah.
And you know what else is massive? I'm sorry, I had to.
What?
I wish I could start HRT right now.
I would have done the same thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
A child is not capable of making that life-changing decision. Damn, that's crazy. If you had any listening comprehension skills, you would have heard the part where I said, yeah, also the doctor would approve and the parents would approve.
Doctor and the parents and usually like a psychologist.
No, you don't understand. The doctor can't consent and the parents can't consent and the psychologist can't consent.
Indoctrinated into the woke
because
mind virus.
Yeah, they're woke, so they can't consent.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's gotten unhinged.
If you can give kids hormone blockers, you should be able to give them roids, no? Well, no, because roids aren't necessary medical care that benefit people's mental health.
Yeah.
Right? They actually have the opposite effect, believe it or not.
Here's the thing.
Whereas,
I have ADHD. I take basically legal meth to help my ADHD.
Same.
But just because I take it for my ADHD doesn't mean that some Joe Schmo who doesn't have ADHD is all of a sudden is okay to take meth.
Yeah.
Just because I can for ADHD. Like, get real. It's not the same thing.
You both are very pretty. Thank you. Thank you, Von Vale.
I saw that.
Steroids.
I saw never be a real woman. I saw it.
Steroids are not life-saving medical treatment. No, but you don't understand because that's like a drug. And then like, that's like the same because like, you're both taking drugs and like fentanyl is also a drug. So it's basically like giving kids fentanyl if you really think about it.
Yeah, no, it's that big of a reach. Like, unironically, it's doing.
I mean, that's unironically the logic being used.
Me? It is. No,
but if I'm bulky as fuck, I'll feel like a big, strong, tough guy, and that'll boost my mental health. Well, it depends on who you are. Maybe that will for you. That would just make me dysphoric, though.
Yeah. It's hormone. Yeah. Adderall is still bad for your brain even though you have ADHD.
It's hormones, brother, not drugs. Well, hold on. First of all, hormones would be an example of drugs.
I would
but also
function without it. I would have gone past first grade.
Keep in mind that, like, if we're talking about, like, steroids, oh, yeah, they are used with people with asthma. Like, generally, like, in the context that people talk about it, right? They're not talking about, like, oh, this person has, like, an unusually low amount of testosterone, right? Like, if that was the case, then, like, yeah, sure, like, they should be able to get steroids if they want, right? They should be able to get TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, right?
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't call it steroids at that point, right? But usually when people talk about steroids, like, they're talking about, like, going on steroids, and, like, injecting, like, an unhealthy amount in order to get a bunch of, like really, shitty-looking muscles.
Yeah, in order to get, like, unnaturally buff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was on steroids for my blood conditions once. Yeah.
Like, you can even, like, make the argument, like, look, okay, so, like, you know heroin was made as, like, a medicine, right? Like, it's not, these drugs had, like, a noble purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
It's only bad when they're used, like, when they're abused.
Correct. Right? It's, like, all about dosages and context and, like, what's being treated.
Yeah,
right?
and what's for.
I literally know someone who died because they were denied this treatment. Y'all are wild comparing it to a tattoo. No, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like when you get a tattoo, dude, you don't understand.
It's like when you
crazy how I knew both of you were friends before I read the description. I see.
Yo.
Fellow reader of social cues. How do you do? You know, I'm very good at reading social cues, definitely.
Yeah.
Actually.
I'm totally not autistic.
Yeah, I would never be.
No.
This is an interesting question. Do you pay attention when you talk, or do you just let it flow out? I would say I just let it flow out. I barely pay attention to the shit that I say. Well, what about you?
ADHD is a fake diagnosis. It's
bro, that is the most ADHD thing to say.
Instincts on a higher
Ivy, answer the question I asked you. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, what did you ask? Sorry, I just.
Oh my god.
Perfect
time to talk about ADHD, by the way. But
Yeah.
basically somebody
Yeah,
asked, and I
sorry.
answered this question: do you even pay attention when you talk, or do you just let it flow out? That's a good question. Because I just let it flow
On
out.
my meds, I'm better at like thinking, but I just let it flow out. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely on stream I let
No.
it flow out for sure. Which is
If
what you
I'm
should
like,
do on stream.
yeah, exactly. That's how you get content.
Exactly.
There's a 1% regret rate for transitioning. Yeah, it's almost like it works or something.
Yeah, it's almost like there are studies that demonstrate the positive mental health effects
Yeah.
longitudinally.
I don't know anything
Didn't
about
you hear
that.
Trump sent Jesus to CCOT? I didn't hear that. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm not gonna lie.
Anything about that. Me neither. I was seeing if you did.
Crazy how there's a 1% regret rate for transitioning. I'm pretty sure it's lower. Well, I think it's a 1% detransition rate, but I think that like the majority of people that detransition aren't
Do it.
detransitioning because they were unsatisfied with their transition or whatever, or because like
Yeah.
they regretted it. Like, it was like for other reasons, usually like more
Usually
often than not, such as their
transphobia.
family not accepting them.
Yes, I could back that up. Yes.
Or like not having access to like enough, like not being financially stable enough to like afford the treatment and shit like that.
Tylenol is great. You should upgrade to Fent.
True. I mean, it ends in all. You know, Tylenol, fentanyl.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Make the upgrade.
Please shout me out. I'll be sure to do that since you're the main character.
Yeah.
Pass. I enjoy breathing. Oh my god.
I enjoy
That's a crazy state.
That is.
Dude.
You don't want George.
Yeah, watch
Floyd
out. You
in
might
that?
overdose on Copney.
You're missing out.
Anyways.
You
You both gonna be alone
when
when you get old. Is that something you believe about just like trans people broadly? You know, we have each other.
Yeah. I have more friends now than I did before I transitioned. I just want everyone to know that.
YouTube won't let me super chat. WTF, you have a dino
See,
kink?
Berber knows what's up.
What the fuck is a
He
dino
doesn't
kink?
enjoy breathing.
Also, if YouTube's not letting you super chat for whatever reason, use Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Femyoz. It's in the pin message. And that way, YouTube doesn't take 30%.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways.
Is that
Yo, is that a horse on my screen? Ela Klein? Yo, is Ela Klein on screen?
Where?
I'm sorry. I had to. That was kind of a fucked up joke. I'm sorry.
No, I enjoy it. I do have a chicken though.
Dude.
I don't know why.
Ela Klein, where? Dude, I remember hearing a bunch of people like saying that shit like years ago.
I do too.
Yeah, so you understand. You understand.
Yeah.
You know what? Understandable asphyxiation kink if you gotta go for it, I guess. Dude, yeah, imagine George Floyd was just really into asphyxiation play. Yeah, dude. Dude.
Oh, I wish I could do my soundboard right now because I do have a chicken noise. Yeah, I have a tipster soundboard.
Let's go, dude. Tipster doesn't even use his soundboard anymore, though.
Oh, he actually stopped. Damn.
I know, it's so sad.
I know. Chicken shock.
What do you think of Leah Thomas and transgenders in sports? I think it's a non-issue. Like, I'm gonna be so real. Like, there's not like a disproportionate amount of trans women in the Olympics stealing all the gold medals or whatever the fuck. So
Yeah.
I just don't care.
It's an
like,
epidemic.
I'll talk about it when it's like a real issue that exists.
Yeah. Are you guys pushing fentanyl? Of course we are.
Yes.
Why?
This is a pro-fentanyl YouTube channel. You know?
Yeah. What, you mean you don't do it? Fucking loser.
Y'all need to hit the oil rig? Yo, is that where Diddy gets his baby oil from?
Yo.
Destiny clone, do not compare me to that fucking sex pest degenerate sending people's nudes without their consent fucking sex pestiny. Jesus Christ. Do not compare me to that motherfucker.
I don't even have to add to that one. There's
Dude.
not a biological advantage if they have been on hormones long enough. Yes, that is true. That I've looked into this before I transitioned. I looked into all of this.
Well, I would be careful. I wouldn't say that
research.
there's no biological advantage. I'd say that there's no significant or substantial biological advantage.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it could
to
be the case that, like,
fair-
there's, like, a... Because, like, you could make the argument that, like, okay, but, like, you've gone through male puberty, therefore, like, you're taller than you otherwise would be. There's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
that's technically an advantage, right? But, like, you wouldn't bar a cis woman from, you know, participating in a sport for having that advantage, right? Like, there are going to be some characteristics they might have,
Yeah.
right? But it's not going to be
There's
something that fundamentally alters the integrity of the sport, right? And that's what matters, because it really doesn't, right? Like, if you've been on HRT for 2 years, like, that makes a huge difference. I mean, it's almost been 2 years for me. Guess what? I'm fucking weak as shit now. I constantly underestimate my own strength.
Yeah, I'm coming up on a year. I'm already like starting to notice.
Like, I used to be really fucking strong. Okay? Now, part of the reason that I was really good at arm wrestling was due to the fact that, like, you know, I had better technique. You know, I sort of was able to cheese it that way, if that makes sense. But, like, at the same time, it was like, you know, like, it required some amount of strength. I can't even do that anymore. All right? Like, every fucking arm wrestling match that I've had, like, I haven't done very well in, which is sad. All right? Because every time I have somebody on stream, okay?
Yeah.
I think that I'm going to be able to beat them. I overestimate my strength. And then I just can't. It's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, I tried using 2 hands on bunk. And it still didn't fucking work. Though, to be fair, they're really fucking strong. But in the past, I guarantee you I would have been strong enough to do it.
Yeah, sure.
Well, actually, no. I think that bunk would be, like, still stronger than I ever was. But still.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anyways.
I was about to say something. Right.
What
also,
people are
there hasn't
complaining about is the non-transitioned or still transitioning people competing. Yeah, but that's just like a made-up issue, right? Like, people that haven't transitioned, like, aren't able to play those sports because they don't meet, like, they don't meet the hormone test, and B, like, I'm pretty sure that the standard is 2 years on HRT. Like, you have to have at least been on HRT for 2 years in order to, you know,
Pretty sure
be
there
able to
hasn't even been a
participate.
study like definitively like pointing to whether there even is an advantage. I'm pretty sure there hasn't been.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. I guess, like, all we really have to go off of for the most part, is the fact that, like, okay, like, trans women have been able to participate in the Olympics since, what was it? Like, was it like 2005 or 2003 or some shit?
That sounds right. Is that?
Yeah. It's like, okay, so why don't we see, like why is it mostly cis women still getting gold medals? I think that there's, like, in like, within those 20 years, I think that what would it be, like, 1 or 2 trans women have gotten gold medals
Yeah. It was
out of all the gold medals in the Olympics.
I'm pretty sure it was like completely been like 2.
Like, they represent less than 1% of the gold medals in the women's Olympics. So they are statistically underrepresented. If there was such a big deal and such a huge advantage worth caring about, right? Then they would be statistically overrepresented.
Yeah. Look, your feet pics are on a different site, okay? Sorry.
Yo, dude, we gotta start selling feet pics.
Hey, money's tight, man. Trump destroyed the economy.
Why aren't trans men winning titles? Why aren't trans women winning titles? They've been able to compete in sports for a while.
Yeah.
It just seems like we're underrepresented in sports. But yeah. I'm a trans woman that served in the Navy before. Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you guys into calzones or what? I don't even know what that means. This is a skit. That's true.
Is it?
This is all pre-planned. Yo!
Yeah. Holy.
Thank you, Troy.
Yo!
Grandwalski. Yeah. Troy Grandwalski with the $20. You beautiful fucking bastard. Saying, I'm okay, this is an interesting comment, okay? I'm a super right-winged person, but I respect the fact that you can talk and respond to your toxic comments. I respect it and want to learn more because at the end of the day, America is freedom for all. That's true. That's facts.
No,
Let's
I
go.
agree with
Streamlabs
Yeah,
didn't
I
work either.
appreciate
Yeah,
what you
fair.
said.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But yeah, Troy, if you want to like have like a conversation about politics, you can add me on Discord. And, like we could talk about it at some point, or like
I'm
set
in
up
the
some sort of
Discord too, by the
debate.
way.
But yeah, Troy, my Discord username is just Femyoz, Femyoz. It's like the same as my YouTube. If you ever like have like questions about shit, like I'd be down to talk about it. Like I'm a pretty open person.
On the count of three, we all throw our bowling averages out there. I haven't bowled since I was in elementary school. I don't know.
Unironically though, like the America is freedom for all. Like that's the kind of shit that I say in response to like a lot of right wingers, and they get really mad about it. Like they don't
they say they want
understand.
freedom?
Yeah, exactly. Like most of them are like hypocrites.
Yeah, they are.
Well, this guy. I mean,
Ugh.
obviously, this guy is like intelligent enough to know, like, oh yeah, obviously, like freedom is important. That's
Yeah.
like what I believe. That's
Yeah,
like the
they
whole
actually
like
have intelligence.
point.
for
Yeah.
once. They can actually see
It's like-
hypocrisy.
It's like, oh shit, like okay, we actually agree that freedom is good. Then we just like disagree on how to get there. It's like there might actually be a conversation to be had.
270 is your average, Florida man. Okay, Florida. How much do you lift? Oh, no. Kimmy,
Any transgender should start their own separate sport, and they can all play against each other. Yeah, that's like really practical and cost efficient.
It is just base.
It's like I'm sorry, but like people barely even watch women's sports. What the fuck makes you think that like there's gonna be like enough financial backing for an entire separate category for trans people? Well, you would need two separate categories because trans men are gonna have a huge advantage over trans women because those motherfuckers got testosterone in their system.
Yeah.
A lot of right-wing people are super Christian. I am too, but at the end of the day, most Americans aren't. And government is based on religion. It shouldn't be. Yeah. So you would agree that like there should obviously be like a separation of church and state.
Oh,
like I noticed with like a lot of the Trump supporters, like they've forgotten like their entire ideology. Like I thought you were supposed to like be in favor of preserving the Constitution. I thought you liked separating the church and state. I thought you were like anti-centralized government. Like what fucking happened? Like, oh, you want Trump to centralize as much power as humanly possible and replace everybody with loyalists. I see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Getting try to see.
But yeah, I'm guessing that like Troy would be like
Okay.
right
This
libertarian. I'm guessing like bottom,
Maybe.
like closer to the bottom right quadrant. Usually, like authoritarian right people, are like, impossible to get through to. I don't think I get many authoritarian right people that watch my shit. Occasionally, I'll get like a lefty authoritarian that'll show up for like a couple days. I don't know. I think that most people are like libertarian on that axis.
Oh.
For at least for my viewers.
Why the fuck does how much I lift matter? What my bowling score is? It doesn't. I just want to know.
Yeah, America's such a free country that 1/3 of us cheer when the government deports free protesters. Well, I think that I think Troy was making like a prescriptive claim saying that like America ought to be a free country. Like that's the point of it. Not that it's being executed correctly. I think that Troy would probably agree that like there's issues. I think everybody would agree with that.
Do you have balls? Charlie Wallers do you ask every woman you meet that? I just want to know. Do you go out in public and go, hey baby.
Hey baby girl, I spiked your drink. Want to show me your balls? Yeah.
Yeah, because that's completely normal.
Dude.
What's up, Ryan?
Mega's still out there supporting this?
Not women though. Look.
But yeah, I think we're almost at the 1.5 hour mark. I think once we've gone for a half hour, I'll probably leave the call, wrap up stream. Again, whatever donos we get on this stream are going to be split between me and Ivy, since she's the co-host here. And yeah.
What are we meant to say?
Do you have Twitter or Insta, Femyoz? I do, but I'm like super inactive.
Bullshit, Florida. You can bench 2A5. Yeah, I don't believe your bowling score either. There you go. I got my answer. No, that's not your average.
That was a yes, by the way, on the balls question. Lol. Dude, I actually have balls and a vagina. It's like I have a vagina and just like balls hanging over it. That's the shit that I got.
Conservatives be like, please step on my balls. Ooh, woo. Yes. Well, they won't admit it, but that is what they believe.
Hey, thank you, Mattel Crafter, for the $10. You beautiful fucking bastard.
Thank you.
Saying W stream, you two are lovely. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very much appreciate that.
285 grams. Okay, I'm doing the math for that, Florida, just to fuck with you right now. How about that?
So you guys are not gonna answer the hard-hitting questions about Anakin? What was the hard-hitting question? I'm so confused. I'm sure they were very hard-hitting though. You're very cute. Thank you.
Yo, Florida, you can't even lift a pound. No,
I can actually lift 15 macromolecules. Hey, welcome to Rich Supporter Gang, Troy Grandwalski.
It is.
Dude, this is a good way to end stream. Let's go.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Lefty memes can lift 10 pounds max. Great.
Good stuff.
Better than Florida.
Yeah. Well, this is a good note to end stream on. This shit's fun. Shit's been good. Any last words, IvyOn?
Consume fentanyl and I don't know.
That's true. I agree. That is factually correct. All right. You should also make a channel. You should make a channel to stream on as well.
At some point. I have one. It's the same name, IvyOn.
Hell yeah. Everyone subscribe to the IvyOn YouTube channel.
Yes, I would appreciate it. I should stream more.
Hell yeah. All right. I'm going to leave the call and then I'll wrap up stream. Have you watched the iDub streamer Content Cop? I saw the Content Cop on Ethan. It was really fucking mid. It's kind of dog shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be so real. Like, I watched it on stream. That was the first iDubbbz Content Cop that I did not want to watch at 1x speed. You know, that shit was so lame. That was like kind of a snooze. Like, I agreed with some of his points. I disagree with some of his other points. I don't know. I was trying to be as fair as possible and nuanced. Like, there were things that I criticized both Ethan and iDubbbz for, but like in terms of the quality of the content itself, like the content Cop was dog shit. I'm gonna be real. Like, I just felt like he was, I don't know, yapping. It just felt like a rant video or like a live stream segment for most of it. I don't know. It seemed really low effort. And he would just make points in the slowest, most inefficient way imaginable. He would just fucking drone on and on about the fucking same point. But yeah, anyways. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. Okay, respect. Yeah, we'll do a server VC. Yeah. No, I have a lot of weird takes where, like, you know, you wouldn't expect one YouTuber to have all the takes that I do. Because people like to fit into some sort of aesthetic or group, and I don't do that. I say, fuck that. I don't care about other YouTubers. I only give a fuck about you guys. So I just say whatever I want. You know. Great stream. Love to see Yost nerd out of its Star Wars. Hell yeah. Let's go. Dude, and how much I hate the Star Wars sequels. Yeah. Femyoz fans. Cuddle Puddle When? Real. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know why iDubbbz just doesn't know how to be funny anymore. Like, it's kind of sad. Like, you can be a leftist and be funny at the same time. Like, those aren't at odds with one another. I don't know. You know, iDubbbz isn't a cuck because his wife has an OnlyFans, right? I don't give a shit about that. That shit was dumb. He's a cuck because he's spiritually cucked, okay? You know. iDubbbz matured. Yes and no. I mean, look, there are some changes that I think are good. Like, okay, I think it's good that he's like, I don't know, like more empathetic or whatever, and like more open about his emotions. Like, I'm not against that. But like in terms of the content itself, like his content has gotten worse. You know. Like not just because he's less edgy, but like just like the content quality has gone down. If that makes sense. Like you can be funny. You don't even have to be edgy to be funny. I mean, ideally, you just like make whatever jokes you want. But like if that's not your thing anymore or whatever, and that's just not your humor or whatever, like that's fine. Like you can be funny without. Like I think that like unironically, I think that at least based on watching Ethan Klein recently, because of like the iDubbbz thing, Ethan is actually quite funny. He was always a little bit just stopped being cringed. Wait, who, iDubbbz? Or Ethan? Because iDubbbz, I don't think that iDubbbz was ever right wing. To be clear. But I feel like I was one of the only people that actually understood the point of his content. And like why he made certain jokes. I don't know. But no, I think that Ethan is funny again. I don't know. I feel like iDubbbz just needs some time to like figure his shit out. You know what I mean? Because like to be fair, when Ethan started doing his podcast or whatever, like that shit was boring as fuck. You know what I mean? I don't know. Have you been playing Minecraft recently? A little bit, yeah. But yeah, I used to watch Ethan more like 5 to 6 years ago. Yeah, I used to watch Ethan. I watched more iDubbbz than I watched Ethan, but I did watch Ethan back in the day too. Time? Hell yeah.